This Jin Shin self-help focuses on harmonizing the lung flow. The peak period for the lung flow happens between 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. The self-help harmonizes the attitude of sadness that can be related to conditioning around things like death, a need for connection and belonging, the tendency to hang on to things that don't serve you, and much more. At the same time, it harmonizes many physical symptoms related to the lungs. To begin harmonizing the lung flow pattern, place your right hand on SEL safety energy location 22, like you see in the picture, right at the bottom of the left collarbone, and your left hand at the base of the left ribs, that safety energy location 14. And that left hand remains at SEL 14 for the entire flow. This lung flow is a foundation for vitality and mental clarity. And like other self-help, first become aware of the breath, especially in this lung flow where the little b breath in and out of the lungs reflects the big B breath of the macrocosm. Dropping the shoulders, watching the breath go down the front and up the back. SEL 14 at your left hand is a fulcrum for this flow. Under that left hand, there's energy for willpower and the connection between heaven and earth. Located in the midsection, SEL 14 deals with all digestive processes, not only of nutrients, but also with digesting thoughts and feelings and beliefs to know myself. It also stands for the ability to nourish ourselves and others. Holding SEL 22 under the right hand allows things to flow through us without getting stuck, embracing what's helpful and letting go of what's not. So for the next step, you leave your left hand at the ribs on SEL 14 and move the right hand to the left upper arm like you see in the picture. That's SEL high 19. SEL 19 is called the commander, with a universal meaning of stepping into leadership and authority internally and in the outside world, putting us in command of our lives. If there's some fear of authority, we'll struggle in assuming responsibility for ourselves. With the help of SEL 19, we develop self-confidence and gain our own authority. We're no longer dependent on what others tell us, but rather trust our own inner source. The element of air in this frequency of the lung flow harmonizes the intellect and gives us space to think from the higher mind. Now your right hand is going to move to the left base of the thumb. See in the picture there. You don't need to know the SELs by heart. You can learn more about them in other Jin Shin literature. There's a knowing in your hands and the energy pulsing that's speaking to your higher mind. So your rational mind doesn't have to get involved here. SEL 18 at the thumb pad under your right hand clears the mind for peaceful mental activity, enabling the body to relax, allowing body consciousness to integrate with your personality. Each person expresses an individual spirit through the personality, and SEL 18 facilitates that process. Focusing on your breathing, down the front on the exhale, up the back on the inhale. Next, move the right hand to the top of your left shoulder. This is SEL 11, which carries the energy of letting go, unloading the burdens of the past, and creating balance in life. Exhaling completely in the cycle of down the front and up the back. This is actually the hub of energy locations. The harmony of all other SELs depends on its vibration, on its being clear. So very appropriate to the lung flow, SEL 11 harmonizes respiration and thus the entire being. It teaches discernment about what really lies within our responsibility. The lung flow generally is in what's called second depth energy frequency. So it's harmonizing sadness and grief and discouragement and holding on to open up opportunities for letting go and be inspired. Now move the right hand, this is step number 5, to the bottom of the right collarbone. This is SEL 22 again. We held on the other side at the beginning of this flow pattern. Now we're remembering that holding SEL 22 allows things to flow through us without getting stuck, embracing what's helpful and letting go of what's not. SEL 22 also helps adaptation to unpleasant environmental conditions like smoke pollution or high pollen count. It relieves tightness in the throat and chest and works with SEL 11 that we were just holding to protect the brain, pull stagnant energy down from the head, and move it down the front of the body so it can ascend the back in that energy envelope that's our sacred definition of down the front and up the back. The last step of the lung flow, be moving the right hand now to the right middle of the chest at step number 6 that you see on the graphic. This is just above the breast. It's called SEL 13. And this guards the lung and the heart and helps self-empowerment. Knowing about my body through more than the rational mind, through that vibration that's under the hands. This is infinite creator energy and a key to the immune system. SEL 13 represents creativity with a universal meaning of creation and love, that infinite creator energy that we all have, that's the beginning of light. Now know myself in my greatest potential. Breathing another conscious breath down the front and up the back. Relax your hands in your lap. Wiggle your toes. Flex your hands. Being with lung energy and the inspiration of second depth energy.